Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about painting the Boba Fett helmet. Stick around. We're going to go ahead and start the third piece to finishing this helmet. We're going to go ahead and start painting it. So I got my little makeshift paint stand. So we're going to go ahead and start painting the red color first. I like starting with the colors that are the minimum amount of color on the helmet, and then I'll go ahead and I take those off. It's easier to tape less than more. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the front red color of Boba Fett. So now we'll go ahead and let it dry. Move on, take that area, and then move on to the next color. Okay, so we went ahead and painted the red in the front. Like I said earlier, in this helmet, I'm gonna paint all the small stuff first, and then I'll get to the green part. I want it to look like the one in the book of Boba Fett. So I want to go ahead and cover the red now, and then I'm gonna paint the kind of goldish on both of the sides, and then we'll go ahead and weather that. I got a video on weathering, so if you go right here, it's super easy to do, so just check it out. I'll post it right here for you guys to click on it. But I'll go ahead and cover the red that I don't want painted anymore. I want to cover that with any other color. And then the marks that he's got on the side of the helmet right over here, I'm going to wait for that till the end. And I'll give you a reason why I wait for that to the end once we get there. All right, so right now I'm just going to go ahead and cover the red part in the front of the helmet. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the gold sides on this part right here. And then I have all the rangefinder parts all taken apart, so I can paint them and then put them together and then install them into the helmet. Okay, so here I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. I put a little bit of an overlap because I'm going to use my Satin knife to cut all that up. Very careful. All right, so we got it all taped up, and we'll go ahead and spray paint it now. Okay, so next step over here, we went ahead, got all that cover, painted the gold, got the other piece painted as well. We're gonna leave that to the side. We're gonna go ahead and cover this with tape and then paint it with green. All right, so now it's ready to paint the green. We'll go ahead and do that. I gotta see which spray paint color I have enough of to paint the inside. I'm not worried about priming it or anything. I'm just gonna spray paint it. Nobody's gonna see that anyways. So now we'll paint the green. All right, so we're gonna use this semi-gloss Hunter Green Rust Oleum. That's what we're gonna go ahead and hit it with. All right, so as you can see, I've stepped away from that other green that I had, the Hunter Green, and I checked the Army Green camouflage, and that's where it is right now. It's a little bit too light, so I went ahead and bought the Krylon matte Spanish moss, and I'm gonna give it a spray with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. Go ahead and sand it with 1000 grit vapor, and then I'll give it another spray so it'll bond better, since I'm not painting straight onto the primer. All right, so I went ahead and finished painting the green. Now that it's all done, let it dry for a couple days, and I went ahead and did the stencil for the orange lines on his helmet. So there's a couple of things that I'm doing. I'm going to finish the one side, the rangefinder. I'm gonna finish gluing this part together, and then I'm gonna start painting the orange lines on the side of his helmet. So For this, I like using the Gorilla Glue. Put a little piece of tape on it. Line it up. Where it needs to be. Press the tape down to hold it in place. Make sure it doesn't shift on you. All right, and we'll leave it there, let it dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up, and then I'll see you guys right back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my little airbrush. This is just like a $10 airbrush from Harbor Freight. So, you know, you don't have to go too expensive to do stuff like this. So I'm gonna mix it with some of these orange that I got for like 50 cents. I'll mix a little bit of crimson red on there, just to make it a little darker than what this orange is. And I'll airbrush it. All right, so I got everything ready. Got my mixer bottle, my reducer, both colors, my paint, rag. This is for later. This is where we're gonna add all the blemishes on the helmet. And we're ready to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let it dry out, and then we're gonna give him another hand. It's probably gonna take about 3 or 4 hands of this before it's all good to go. All right, so now we go ahead and take the tape off, just to see what we got. I am kind of excited for this helmet. A little bit more than others. some pretty good clean lines. All right. So we got that. The other side. I want to go digging in there with my nail. So we'll try to figure out a way. There it is, right there. Okay. Get in there. So now, some of these right here, some imperfections that we have over here, that's not a big deal because we're gonna go ahead and weather it anyways. And a lot of that stuff is gonna end up being silver weather. Like this right here. I'm not worried about it. So we'll go ahead and take this tape off. And then for the visors, you're gonna have options. There's companies out there that are selling the visors already made. You just tell them what kind of helmet it is and they'll help you out. What I like to do is you know, I'm on a budget. There is a guy here on YouTube that came up with a pretty good idea on how to make visors cheaper, but it requires for you to have certain tools and certain things. So I'm not gonna do a video. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that video down at the description, since he was the one that gave me the idea to do it that way anyways. Give him the props on that. So what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and start weathering some of this stuff. Some of the imperfections that we have, that's fine. We'll weather that and make it look like it's supposed to be there. Okay. Some of these cracks up here will do the same thing. And weather some of this on the sides as well. We're gonna end up weathering it really nice and make it used and beat up like the one that he's got looks like. What I want to do is get a 60 grit sanding sheet and then just kind of look at the lines and then go with the lines that I see on my reference. We'll also be using a flathead screwdriver to make this line right here. And then we just go ahead and kind of try to mimic what he has on there on our helmet. So we're looking at, I like using my pencil first, because in pencil you can always erase a little bit. But again, this is not going to be perfect, just make it your own. But I want to get it as close as I can to what I see on the screen. So this is that one swipe that he looks like he's got. Kind of like the 300 helmet. It's got a line there. Kind of has another one over here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Make it your own. So then we'll go with the screwdriver. What we want to do is take a layer off, because when we go over it with the silver color, that silver color is gonna get in that little groove that you made with the screwdriver and the sanding disc, and it'll stay there better. Okay, so we got one there. Got this one here. Kind of looks like it goes all the way to the bottom right here. And we got another one here. It's a little bit thicker at the top and kind of fizzles out towards the bottom. So we're gonna take some of the stuff off of there. We'll take the sanding disc. Okay. Looks as he's got some a lot of different goes over here. We'll just use 60 kind of mess up the paint that you just did. Crazy, right? Try and make it as clean as we can to then just mess it up again. This is the beauty of it though. Take care of this right here. We'll make this a little bit bigger. Thicker, I mean. Same place that I put the line with the screwdriver, just making it a little bit thicker. it looks like he got hit with a blade. So we'll go with that. Take some of these corners right here. Looks like he's got something down here. And I'm doing this before I throw the clear coat on it. I know some people like to do it after the clear coat, and then you can throw it again, but again, I've done it before. If you look at my weathering video, which it'll be right here for you to click at, I can do it without using the clear coat first. And again, I'm taking away a step, plus I'm taking away a part of, I'm not overusing the clear coat on here. What I want the last thing to be is the clear coat, and I don't want to throw too much clear coat either. So to me, I'm just wasting some of that clear coat if I'm just using it 2 or 3 times, but I don't need to. Right there, kind of right here. And I'm using 60 grit. You can go a little higher than that, or maybe 100. But I really want to get to the bottom of this helmet as fast as I can, because I'm an impatient person. We'll hit this up right here. Kind of hit the corners up here. Kind of looks like the helmet got a paint job after the this dent. But it's been wearing out through the years. Throw some right here. This is kind of like my own, because why not? It's my helmet. Okay. There. Kind of right here. Hit it up there, hit it right here. Right there. This one has a little bit of a down line on it. Let me see what else we got. We got some down here. I just want to use the little corner of the sanding disc. I don't want this one to be too big. That already get that. We'll throw it here. Down here. What else we got? We got one up here. Get a little bit deeper in the middle of this. Got that, got this. Got this right here. Another one down here. Down here. And we'll keep going just like that, doing all the little crooks and crannies that we want. Okay? So see you in a bit. So I got the metallic acrylic paint. Then I got some brushes, different sizes on the water. I got my paint rag. We'll put a little bit of paint on your little working area. We'll go with this one first, put some water on it. You want it to be watery, easier to manage. All right, and then we go put on all those gashes that you put on there. Not liking that one, so I'm gonna go to a bigger one. Cover a little bit more. We'll give it about a minute. I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times, a few times actually, for it to actually get the color in there. Where do I want to go? Right there. Right here. Okay, so looking again at the references, the two arrows in front of the Boba Fett's helmet, the right one, if you're wearing it, or if you're looking at it, is the left side. You have a red. It's red inside the arrow, and then the opposite side is a different type of green. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it up with some crimson red acrylic, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the green side with a Viridian acrylic. Okay. I'm also going to use this spotter brush on it. This is going to take a few hands. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that red. Clean my brush. Let that dry. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the green side. Okay, so I get all that in there. Oh, it's back in there. I kind of came outside on this right here, so I'll go ahead and wipe that down. Just make sure, clean that up. I'll let that green actually work pretty good. I don't think that's gonna need another hand, but the red would definitely will. So I'm gonna let it dry up, and then I'm gonna hit it up again. After I hit it up with red and I get it to the tone that I want it, the red tone, I'll go ahead and throw some lacquer on top of it, just to make sure that it's all sealed together. All right. So next time I'll see you, I'll be using the lacquer. What we'll do now, I'm gonna let it dry out for a few hours, and then I'm gonna go ahead and throw the clear lacquer on top, so it'll protect everything that is painted on it. So that's gonna be the next step. So it's ready to go, so now we'll go ahead and throw some lacquer on it. So this is the completed helmet. I know it's not exactly like his, but at the end of the day, I make it mine. I got some bumps on it. I love this little slash on here, kind of like the 300 helmet. So I went ahead and put that on there. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. The only thing that I'm kind of still mainly in my mind is how to make this automatic. I'll come up with some kind of design, and then I'll post that on the channel as well, so stay tuned for that. I also got some other stuff coming up for the Boba Fett, but you gotta stay tuned to see what is coming up. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.